Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
We play to win. Let's go! Reset! 19! 53 is the mark. Check! 53 is mark. Check! 53 is mark.
On first down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check like 45. Check like 45. All day, baby, all day. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Let's go.
Here's Watson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Right there.
Watson looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 71 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch the safety creep. Check. Let's go. Check.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones.
I got it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
You think you gonna get this?
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Black 22. All day. Double time, double time.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We want it. Come to my world. Check. Easy. Back two is the match. Let's go.
Here's Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready. Blue ready. 52 right here. You. Green, triple T.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready. White 25. Ready. I'm here all day. 45's the mic. Ricky. 45, Mike. 45. Man out. Check. 45's the mic.
On 3rd down, Winston looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Freeman. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Levante David in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. Caught by Jones. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 54.
Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
45. Mike, 45.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run with Smith, and an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, 32 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come get him. Flip it. Mike 52, Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
14. Buccaneers 3.
Ready. Blue lady. Mike 52. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Falcons' 46-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Check 52 to Mike. Watch the run. 5-0.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tack McKinley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Bang. Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
45. Mike 45.
Faking the give. Now Watson airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 45, Mike, 45.
To throw, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mark.
3rd and long for Winston. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, 34 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
He's not going to get me. Sponge. No. Let's go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
48-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Falcons.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On first down, it's Watson. Gets it off to Freeman. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
What is that? 19, 45. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Slack 25. 52 right here. 52. I got you. I got you. Say, wait.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, look.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready. Blue 80. White. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Come off the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike 52. We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
No. Off. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Let me go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
To throw is Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On first down, Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's set. 19. 45. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Check set. Check 45 tonight. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
On second down, Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
And it's third down.
Set. 19. 24 down coming. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 45.
Now Watson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
40 set. 19.
From the gun, here's Watson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Kill. Follow.
Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 52.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. 64. We taking wins. Let me go.
Now Jones. 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
You can't block me. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, stop. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
They're going to run for it with Jones, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
And the Falcons first down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Ito Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
I got him. Back to mine. I got him.
From the gun, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
First down, Falcons.
What's that? UAT! 45. Hey, check.
Here's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long.